Hi there, this is Sasha with Vino Lust, and today we're talking about aromas in wine. Now, most of what we refer to as taste is actually our sense of smell. Our brain interprets aromas and flavors through something called the olfactory bulb, which has thousands of individual olfactory receptors. Now, primarily, our olfactory bulb is reached through our nostrils. However, to a lesser degree, smellable vapors that are existing in the liquids we drink and in the foods that we eat, these smellable vapors can be transmitted to our olfactory bulb through the retronasal cavity that's in the back of our mouth. Now, enjoying wine has a lot to do with the aromas that we perceive from it. You'll hear words like blueberry, lemon, raspberry, clove, leather when we're talking about and describing our wines. Now, these elements aren't actually in the wine, so then what are they doing in the aromas that we're smelling? What we're smelling is actually the result of chemical reactions that happen during the process of making wine. So grapes, individual grapes, all have their own unique aromas and flavors, and they can be pretty subtle when these grapes are ripe, but it's just like with apples. A Granny Smith apple tastes totally different from a Red Delicious apple, but they're both still apples. When we make wine, fermentation occurs, and fermentation is the process by which yeasts change the sugar that's in your grape juice into alcohol. Now, during this process, depending on the type of grape that you're using and the type of yeast that's involved, different chemical compounds can be created that are aromatic as a byproduct of the fermentation process. These aromas that are the result of fermentation and the fermentation process, we refer to these aromas as primary aromas. Now, you can also have aromas introduced to your wine during the winemaking process. For example, if you're fermenting your wine in oak or if you're letting it age in oak for a while, that oak can impart other aromatic compounds to the wine itself, like vanilla and spice. These aromas that develop during the winemaking process are referred to as secondary aromas. Now, of course, also, wine is always changing and evolving. You may have heard that, and it's true. So over time, these chemical reactions don't stop happening. You have chemical reactions that keep going on throughout the entire lifespan of your wine in the bottle while you're waiting to drink it. As these chemical reactions occur, different compounds will break down and other new aromatic compounds will be released into the wine. These can be aromas that are only available once the wine has been developing in a bottle for a pretty long time. And these can be aromas like earth, mushroom, petrol, honey. These aromas that occur during the development process are referred to as tertiary aromas. And that's what we're smelling. So thanks so much for joining me. And that is all today for Aromas in Wine.